Hello Internet, my name is Lave and courtesy of Odeon's Screen Unseen, I watched If Beale Street Could Talk, which is based off the book of the same name by James Baldwin, which I haven't read. I was excited to see this one because it's written and directed by Barry Jenkins, the guy behind the Oscar-winning Moonlight, which I have reviewed. I'll put links up here and down in the description. Set in the 1970s in Harlem, this one follows the lives of a young couple called Tish and Alonzo, aka Fonny, whose lives are forever changed when Fonny is wrongfully imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit, shortly before Tish realises she's pregnant with their baby. So with the help of their family, Tish tries to prove his innocence before their child is born. So I'm very happy to report that Moonlight wasn't a fluke. Barry Jenkins isn't a one-trick pony, and I should also mention that the cinematographer from Moonlight, James Laxton, also makes a return as the DP on this. They're using a different colour palette this time. This one has got a 70s nostalgia tint to it, but essentially everything that made Moonlight such a visual treat for the eyes and such an engaging story about love and life and the struggles within all make a return. You get the same sort of lingering POV shots of one-to-one conversations which allow you to peer into the characters' souls with a great use of depth of field, making it feel even more personal as characters and the world behind them shift in and out of focus as we meander through their memories and their dreams and their nightmares. There's also a subtle religious subtext throughout the film. I thought it was interesting that Fonny's mum and sisters were God-fearing women but then don't really help him out in his hour of need. It's also interesting to see how Fonny's own faith wavers throughout the film. I think the end scene is particularly significant thinking about it in hindsight, but overall the through line of the film is the message and the power of love and the support from family and friends and how that can help you overcome adversity. But I'll talk about that more at the back end of this review because I've got more to say on that. For now, let's talk about the performances. KiKi, Layne as Tish and Stephen James as Fonny were brilliant. I totally bought into them as childhood sweethearts now trying to make their way in the world as adults. I'd be interested to know if they did something in post-production with their characters' eyes. They say that the eyes are the windows to the souls, and certainly their eyes are so reflective in this, and I think it is significant that later on in the film when Fonny is at his most desperate, he's got a bloodshot or a blood vessel burst in his eye. But without getting sidetracked, like Moonlight, this film has a mix of up-and-coming actors and established actors. I think Regina King is the most established actor, and she's great as the mum to Tish. She's more down to earth and more supportive, and I also liked both of the dads in this. I thought they were great characters. I'd love to go down and have a beer with them at the pub and just listen to them talk about their woes and their problems in life. They're really great. And that's an area of the film where I think Moonlight is better because aside from Mahershala Ali and Naomi Harris, who I would argue weren't as well known as they are now, perhaps as a result of Moonlight, but every other character in Moonlight had unknown actors in their roles, which made it feel more real to me. Whereas in this one, there were a few celeb cameos, like at one point Pedro Pascal pops up and I was like, oh, there's Pedro Pascal, and Dave Franco as well. I was like, what's he doing in this? And he also has the goofiest line in this, which I won't spoil, but it certainly made me roll my eyes like, oh my god. I completely understand the film's message of love, family and friends overcoming adversity, but I thought at times it was trying a little too hard. Overall, the film did work on an emotional level for me, but at times it did come across as a little pretentious with lines like Dave Franco's, and there is a lot of narration in this one. I will say that the film has got a slightly better sense of humour than Moonlight, but overall I think Moonlight is a better film. So that's my thoughts on If Beale Street Could Talk, and pause the video if you want to take a closer look at my enjoyment tracker now. It's been a long time coming for me, this one. I actually had a ticket to go and see this at London Film Festival this year, but because I'm an idiot, I got my times wrong and I missed it. So I was really glad to see this as part of Odeon's Screen Unseen, and it was worth the wait, even though I don't think it's as good as Moonlight, but it does confirm Barry Jenkins as one of the best directors working today. So thanks very much for watching this review of If Beale Street Could Talk. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought down in the comments. If you're in the UK, I don't think it comes out for a little while, so go and see it when it does come out and let me know what you think then. As always, thanks very much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you can, give it a like and don't forget to share the Lave. Subscribe.